Hi everyone, welcome back to the Arboretum channel. Good to have you here. Happy you're coming back. Or maybe you're a first timer, so if yes, then after the episode, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you like it, or leave in the comments below what should be in the next coming episodes. Topic for today is types of 3D printers. And we will limit ourselves to filament printers. So as talked in previous, the FFF or FDM type of printers, but these abbreviations are not important. Their basic idea is that these printers use melted plastic in the form of filament, which is a plastic wire on a spool that is melted and then transformed into our object. Okay. When you melt something and you want to create an object out of it, you need to be able to move the hot end and distribute this melted plastic in the shape and form that is desired. As mentioned before, these type of printers are very similar to a glue gun. So they are melting filament, creating a line out of it, and out of this line, getting back and forth, a layer is created. Then the printer head moves a layer up and starts to draw with the line the next layer. So that's the basic idea, but there are different ways how we can cause this movement. And the first two basic options are delta versus Cartesian. These names are not super precise, but it doesn't really matter for now. The Cartesian printer is a printer where a move of a single motor, a single stepper motor, is causing a correlated movement of the printer head. So if a motor moves in one direction, then by X, then accordingly, the printer head moves in that direction. And in a delta printer, there are three towers, so it looks a bit more complex. There are three towers, and on every tower there is a carriage with two rods that are parallel to each other. And so in total you have three towers times two rods equals 6 rods that are connected to an effector platform. And thanks to this parallel construction, this effector platform is always horizontal, parallel to the print bed or build platform or whatever the name you prefer. And moving these carriages and towers up and down allows the effector platform with the print head to reach every possible place. I like a 3D printer in a delta form due to a number of reasons. Probably the biggest one is that this was the first that I owned, and but the other is that it is the only printer type, filament printer type, where the object, part of the object that is already printed, is not moving at all, because it is standing at the bottom, at the build plate, at the base of the printer, and the printer head is moving left, right, and up to create the rest of the object. In Cartesian, there are many ways, but basically always the object is moving. So the obvious way to do it is to have a frame. Let's imagine a frame, and we have our head here that can move left and right. Then the carriage itself can go down and up and down, and then our build plate can move back and forth, right? So you have movement possible in 3 dimensions. However, the nature of the movement in each dimension is different, right? So it doesn't matter which one we will call X, Y, and Z, but basically in one of them we are moving the build plate. In other, we are moving the head on a carriage, and the third one we are moving the whole carriage, right? So it is not super symmetrical, and there are some consequences of that. For example, if you would imagine printing a very tall object, and during the print you need to move the print bed back and forth, you will put some force on this object. It can basically either wiggle a bit, or even these forces may break it apart disconnected from the build plate. So that's why there are also so-called CoreXY printers, and the 5 that I'm currently using most often is this type of printer. And as you can see on the video, in this case there are 2 carriages that are moving in X and Y axis, and the build platform is only going down. So you don't have, and this movement up and down is the slowest one when you're printing, because you are printing the layer with all necessary moves, and then just moving the layer height in the Z axis, and then again the whole layer at this position. So basically there's not much move in the height axis, and it is not super fast. So I personally, for now, prefer the CoreXY concept paradigm. The disadvantage is that these animals are the biggest ones. It's basically depending on the build plate, but it's roughly a large cube. The Delta printers are usually smaller in the footprint, but they are definitely taller because of these angled arms. And there is also one other type that I have never used, but it's yet another way. That's the type where one of the moves is generated by turning the build plate, right? So you have an arm. On this arm, so this arm can go up and down. On the arm moves the head, and the build plate is a circle that can turn. So having these 3 moves together allows you to reach each and every point. Obviously, you may ask, why don't have just a robotic arm that can get anywhere? And yes, it is doable. There are printers like that. However, this is probably the most expensive way of building a 3D printer. So they are not super popular. However, they are obviously used for some cases, especially in let's call it serious applications, like printing with metal, because in this case you have an extra advantage, because you can move your working platform, right? So you can start printing something that is parallel to the bottom, but over time you can start turning and printing on a side if you're, for example, printing with metal. There's also one more funny printer, or maybe not funny, but used for some special cases. There is a printer where the build plate is actually a belt, right? So when you print, you can move things left and right, but and the printing is happening under 45 degrees, right? So you can be creating object and moving it away. So this way you can produce long objects that are bigger, longer than the printer itself. And there's a small video showing how it works. It's probably seeing is believing. It's easier to look at it and understand than to just figure out from my discussion. So summarizing up, the first distinction is either delta or Cartesian. Delta is like a Wankel engine in cars, so it's cool, but not super popular. So if, for example, you have not much space and the footprint is critical, you may consider a decent Delta printer. If the footprint of the printer is not of your consideration, and you want something that is just solid, works out of the box, and there is plenty of information about it, then go for a regular Cartesian printer. And it doesn't really matter which particular option you will select. I prefer CoreXY, but that's my personal preference. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If it was nice and useful, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I would be super grateful for any comments that you can leave down below, so I can get some feedback and do better episodes for you in future. Thanks a lot.